We're seeing some records, Ticky. Is it all about the vaccines? Is that what's driving this soaring market right now?
That's part of the story, Kieran. Yes, as we've been saying for yesterday and today. Now, within today, the ASX actually finished up 0.6%. But what the market's talking about, and you can see it there, is that we actually hit 6713, which was a high, and actually was high enough for us to wipe out all our losses through the year. Now, we actually finished up, I think, sort of just a few points short of that. But goodness me, it was really close. And the expectation is that it's going to go up again, because yesterday overnight on Wall Street, the Dow topped 30,000 for the first time. The Dow closed up 1.5%. The S&P jumped as well, 1.6%. NASDAQ even added 1.3%. And this is all about, as you say, well, it's the vaccines. It's also this idea that there'll be a smooth transition to the next administration. Janet Yellen being appointed as one of the key administration's officials, and she is former governor of the Reserve Bank. So this is all very, very good news. Back here in our market, though, very much the same story. Banks in favour, although, interestingly, our tech side, and particularly stocks which have done very well during the shutdown, weren't so good. So our tech side was down 3.2%.
And, Ticky, we've had a couple of quite interesting AGMs.
Yeah, look, a couple of interesting ones, and two very different outcomes, I think. On the first hand, we had IOOF, which is the wealth manager and the financial advisor. Now, they had quite a fiery AGM because of their takeover of MLC from NAB, and a lot of shareholders were very unhappy about that. So there were quite big protest votes on a number of resolutions, not enough to dislodge anything, but I think they did get a bit of a roasting board and management. They are convinced that the synergies will happen and it'll all come through. And in fact, the shares went up 3.8% today. So overall, I think that is a thumbs up from the market. Harvey Norman, on the other hand, they had 4 months of really quite extraordinary trade, 160% increase in profit before tax between July and October. That's up to 340 million. And Gerry Harvey actually says he's not just done well during the boom, he actually thinks he's going to be able to sustain this going forward for years. Interestingly, there might have been too much expectation in the market because it was down 2.5%, the shares in Harvey Norman. But even so, it's a very positive story.